today is Saturday, February 6th, 2021, and it is 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. We have live sewing chats on Saturday night, started back up. This is the first one for the year, and we go for 2 hours from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Central Standard Time. So, you got any questions, quilt-related items, you can just go ahead and put those in the chat box. And we're going to wait for people to come into the room. And also, I'm going to pull you up on my phone so I can read the chat as we go along. Alright, so we're just going to wait a few minutes for people to get into the room. Turn the notifications off on my phone so I don't have to worry about that. Got somebody in the Facebook group wanting to know if we're going to be live tonight. I'm just letting them know I'm live right now. That's how it be. I was posting some stuff in Facebook and I guess I got some people confused. So we'll just give them a few minutes to come in here. It's 9 o'clock now. We'll just wait a few more seconds here. Let's see. I think it was, yeah, so June's over here. I think it was June. All right, so let's go. Start from the top. Let's see. Ellen Campbell of Campbell's Creation says, oh, did you get my blocks yet? Don't worry about the change. Y'all keep it on the swapping. Omit that note, please. I have not. I went to the post office Friday and I only got one package, and it was for cards for Pamela and Shari, and I'll read that in a minute. But there were no blocks at the post office for me to pick up, and I did not go today. I go on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays unless I'm mailing out packages. So those are my post office days. So I will check for you and let you know. Cool Gal says, hi T and everyone from cold weather, Maryland, and more snow coming again tomorrow. Now we're supposed to have started getting snow today at 12. I looked outside about 3 o'clock and we had nothing, so I'm not even sure if I have snow outside or not. So, you know how the weather forecast is. They tell you it's coming at one time and it comes 24 to 36 hours later. So, Lynette Williams is here saying hello to everyone. Hi Lynette, welcome to the channel. Carla Ford's here, says good evening T and everyone. Hi Carla. June Hanson says hi T and everyone. I forgot Saturdays were the 9 p.m. not at 8. My fault, sorry. It's cold here tonight. So that's who I was responding to in Teaquilts, and she's already in here, so that's good. Let's see. Susan T says hi T and everyone. We got about 28 inches of snow, oh my God, on Monday, and we are getting another 3 to 6 tomorrow. Spring can't get here fast enough. Oh my gosh. You know, if you don't have to go anywhere, that's fine, but that's a lot of snow to dig yourself out of. Oh my gosh. Woo. Darcy Savali is here saying hi everyone. And Damali says hibernating. Sheila Willis says good evening T and T Quilters. Hey Sheila. June Hanson says glad you are okay. I fell a couple weeks ago and fine. Also hurts for a while. Yeah, so hopefully everything is okay. Nothing's broken there. Denise Sopatch 33 says, hello, everyone. Carol Green's also here. Saying hi, T and everyone. Let's see. Teresa McCormick's here saying hello to everyone. Damali says, hey, lady, let's get ahead of the thumbs up now. Thank you, Darcy, for the reminder. Roberta is here saying hi. Hi, Roberta. Welcome to the channel. Jeremy Rogers is here saying hey to everybody. Hey, Jeremy, also welcome. Let's see. I'm Sharon, not Jeremy. Okay. Well, Sharon, welcome. That is funny. Tiffany says, well, hello, early birds. A lot of people commented before 9 p.m. tonight. Hi, T. Welcome back to Saturday night. Thank you, Tiffany. Tiffany's Quilting Life. Jackie K is here, says it's live on Saturday night. Welcome back, everyone. We missed Saturdays laughing out loud. Look at all the chatting going on. That's right. You all already busy. Did you buy fabric from So Yeah tonight? I love their boutiques. I don't know who she's talking to. I don't. I'm trying really hard not to buy fabric, but I keep getting a piece here and there. Or Darlene Crosby is here saying hi, T and everyone. Diane 57 is here saying hello to everyone. You've been gone for a while, girl. Welcome back. Billy Wither Reed is here saying hi, everyone. I think you've been gone for a while, too. Susan says, T, we are here already, laughing out loud. You got that right. That was exactly at 9. Cheryl Bean saying hi, T and everyone. C-Rack says, yay, T is back. Hey, my people. C. Diane Johnson, also welcome to the channel, says hi, T and everyone from Amarillo, Texas. All the new people, if you would, please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell. You'll be notified whenever I go live, as well as when I upload videos. Just want to make sure everybody knows that. Kevin the Quilter is here saying, woohoo, our Quilting Vixen is back on Saturday nights. Yes. Evening, Miss T and all T Quilters. And he is so silly. He gonna email me and go, what are you wearing tonight? And I'm like, I sent him the eyes emoji, the side eyes. I'm like, a Teaquilt shirt, and I did tell him pajama bottoms. That's exactly what I got. I was just like, I'm not leaving my house, so why am I dressing up? Actually, I still got the whole pajama outfit on. I just threw a shirt on top. But Kevin is too funny. Diane says, good to see you, T. Ray, my brother is here, says hi, sis, and everyone. Hope everyone stays safe and driving safe on the streets. So I'm assuming that there must be snow outside now if he's saying that. Remo says, good evening, T and T Quilters from Bowie, Maryland. And Ellen also saying hello to everyone. Janice Miller is here, says hi, T and T Quilters. Remo's also reminding people to hit that thumbs up. Tom Eckery is here. Hey, Tom. He says, hey, T and T Quilters. Welcome back to Saturday Live, and hit the thumbs up button. Thank you for the reminder, sir. Melissa LePage says, what a pleasant surprise. Hello, T and everyone. I told you all I was going to be gone just for the month of January. I'll come back in February, so I'm back, as I said. Leetta Bryan is here. Says, hi, T and T Quilters. Hey, Leetta. And Darcy says, I will be mailing my blocks within a few days. Okay. So that was Darcy. I think it was Ellen, actually. Not Darcy. Sorry about that. Just trying to get some stuff out of chat. So I will let you all know if I get anything by Wednesdays when I do my Wednesday live chats, or my Saturdays I will do the block reveals, just to get those out of the way, because I want people to know that their packages arrived, and then I can also go ahead and preview 2 or 3 of your blocks doing the live. So when your blocks arrive, they will be shown on the live chats. Judy is here. Hey, Judy. She says, hello, T and Teaquilters. Celia Swain is here. She says, hi, T and fellow quilters. Jeremy says, thanks. You're so welcome. It's my pleasure. Try to shout out everybody that wants a shout out. And Tiffany is welcoming everybody joining the live. Don't forget to thumbs up for T. Thank you so much. Lisa Peg is here. Says, good evening, Miss T. Welcome back. Miss you, our fellow fabric hoarders. Yeah, you all been shopping. That's what you all been doing. You all didn't really miss me. Sharon Lewis says, hi, T and everyone. Glad you are back on Saturdays. And what was really weird about Saturdays is that I wanted to come in here last week and do one. I'm like, you can just chill for one more week. You only got one more week to wait. So I kind of missed them too. Dorothy says, I had to quit watching. So yeah, because I was ordering too much. Teresa Louise, I quilt too. Says, hi, T and everyone. Welcome. No, I am. Oh, Diane says, no, I am struggling along with you, T. I don't need any more fabric till I just have to have it. Right. I'm not ordering fabric online. If I'm getting fabric, like I just supported Toby because she's one of our local quilters and she had put an ad into our state quilt guild. So that's why I bought fabric online from Toby. But I really don't normally order fabric online because we got so many quilt shops here. So yeah. Gooderhead Services says, love your hair. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. I just took it down, actually. I normally leave my hair twisted in some kind of concoction, and they could be sticking out up any kind of way as I'm walking around throughout the day since I don't hardly go outside. But I decided that maybe I should take my hair down today. But yes. Kayla Avila is here, says hello to everyone. Hey, Kayla. Kevin goes, I wasn't sure if you were going to dress up like a snow bunny tonight, Miss T, laughing out loud. Yeah, right. Cheryl Carter says hello from West Virginia. Hello and welcome to the channel. Roberta says, T, I'm in St. Louis and the bigger flakes are coming down. Wow. Okay. Thank you. Okay. I'm sure I got it. I just stopped for some reason. I don't know why. I just quit looking after 3 o'clock. They said 12. By 3, nothing had happened. And then I started working. I started doing stuff, uploading videos, editing videos, and stuff like that. And then it takes all my time. And then I look up, and I'm like, where have the hours gone? So, let's see. Susan says, pajamas are good. Day pajamas and night pajamas. Sometimes I forget to change that for out loud. And saying, I'm one of those people that I bathe before I go to bed. And so, when I leave this live, I'll be changing the pajamas from yesterday. So, I just threw a shirt on top so I wouldn't dirty my shirt up. Put my shirt right back in the drawer. Well, not in the drawer. I don't put it in the drawer, but I'll just put it to the side so I can wear it again because I'm like, I only had it on for 2 hours. So, can't waste a good shirt, right? Lynette's laughing at me. Hey, C-Rex, I have some chicks hatching in incubator tonight. Now, that's pretty cool. Got some more babies coming. Ellie Scrapper says, greetings, T and everyone. Good to know you're back. Hope you had a peaceful time for yourself. It went kind of fast. And then it was like on Saturday nights, I still wanted to come live anyway. But I was so busy, it just went very fast. But I did get to do some things that I needed to do for myself. I didn't finish a project that I was trying to work on, but I'll get back to that. So it's no big deal. Lynette says, I know, right? Her hair is beautiful. Thank you. Some days I get so sick of this hair that I want to just cut it shorter. Not necessarily cut it all off. And every once in a while, I'll just get scissors myself and just whack some of it out. But it just absorbs all moisture. So it's a pain sometimes. But it is better to have some hair than no hair, I guess. All you new people, make sure you hit the thumbs up button. That's from Darcy. Thank you. Hello to everyone. That's Tiffany. Lila Dicker is here. She says, hi, T and everyone. Go Chiefs. That's right. I am not a football fan, but I do root for our home team. So we don't have the Rams anymore. So my husband and I have switched to the Chiefs. Now, I don't watch any games if I don't go in person. When the Rams were here in St. Louis, I would go to a game or two every year. But that's about it. I'm just not a football person, but I do want our home team to win. So, yes. Jill Thomas is here, says, hey, hello, T. Hello to everyone. Hey, Jill. Pamela Tabor is here. Hey, Pamela. She says, hi, T and everyone. T, please thank Tom, Claudette, and Ella for thinking of me. You just did. And I'll remind Claudette when she comes in. She hasn't posted yet. But I think the other ones are all in here. So we just want the best for you, Pamela, and so sorry you're going through your current situation. So Dolores Phelps says, hi, T and T Quilters. Olathe is in the house. Hello, and welcome back. Let's see. I'm still reading comments. This is why I never get to sew a whole lot on these sewing chats. You all just get to talking. Okay, yeah, that was Darcy just reminding me that Ellen asked if you got hers, and I said I will be mailing mine in a few days. Yeah. Diane's also saying hello to anyone that she missed. LaConte Middleton is also here saying hello, everyone. Hello and welcome. Billy says, trying to use up all my stash, big and small. I don't know. That's my goal, but that's never, ever going to happen in my lifetime. I got enough fabric here to share with like 5 quilters and still have too much, okay? It's ridiculous. Janet Mackerel is here saying, hello, T&T Quilters, and Kevin is also asking how Pamela's doing. She says she's hanging in there. C-Rex says, so much fun seeing all the little chicks pop out of their shells and chirp around. I love it. Susan saying, Pamela, nice to see you. Virgie says, hello, T. Hi, Virgie. Kevin says, you are in my thoughts and prayers, Pammy Whammy. Yo saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I will go buy. If it ain't dirty, don't wash it. I will go buy. If it ain't dirty, don't wash it. That's funny. I have to, honey, this hair is something else. Diane, how are you feeling, Pamela? I think I'm getting down to the bottom. And Susan sings praying for Pamela. And so many people are talking to Pamela because it's been a while since she's been in our live chats, and everybody misses her. And Claudette is here now, and I think she's the only one that missed your thanks. So she's saying from Pam, Claudette, that she's thanking you for sending her the card for thinking of her. So Susan says, me too, T. So much fabric, but I love it all. That's right. Elena says, hello, T and T Quilters. Hello, Elena. So, yeah. So, what am I sewing on today? I thought I was going to be starting on those t-shirt quilts that I need to do. I did get them out of my car from the quarantine. Brought them in yesterday. Thought I was going to go ahead and start sub-cutting the front parts a piece. Like just, cutting them off the back. And then I came in here and started moving stuff around, putting stuff up. And I realized I've got a lot of blocks that have extra pieces that I haven't done anything with. And so I'm basically going to be sewing on extra blocks. And even on my design wall, I just did this pattern called Star of the East. And I still have one more block that I need to piece from those pieces that I cut out. And that video is going to be premiered on Monday at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. And it is a 45-minute preview, so I let people know in Facebook that it's a long preview, so come prepared. But it's a long one because I didn't want to do 3 videos on that AccuQuilt kaleidoscope die anymore. I just wanted to get it all done. So I'm showing you some other things that you can do with that die, as well as I sewed one block and then I showed you another block that I sewed. And then this one, I just put a picture up. I didn't get this one sewed because the video was just so long. I had about an hour and 20 minutes worth of footage that I reduced down to 45 minutes. So yeah, it's a long video, but I set it up as a premiere if you all are interested. A premiere video means that while the video is first time playing, I am in the chat room with you all chatting, and we can comment about the video and get any clarifications there may be about the video. And so that's pretty cool. So that's what I'm doing, is I'm working on extra pieces. So I got a whole stack of stuff here. Some of these blocks are sewn. I just need to keep them all together. A couple of them are sewn. I just need to keep the ones that are not sewn together so I can put these up together. What do I do with extra blocks? I make sampler quilts with them. So instead of leaving them into little bitty chunks and pieces, I go ahead and piece them into something bigger. And then I make a sampler quilt, and I just make pieces fit into that sampler configuration. It's kind of like a design as I go type thing. So I just wanted to say that Vanessa Brown, she did send in some cards, and I just wanted to let her know that they came. A card for Pamela, 2 cards for Pamela, and 2 cards for Miss Shari, and then also it's got Teaquilts on one. And so what I'll do is, the reason why she has 2, because I told people if you wanted to mail 2 cards, and then when I send cards out, I'll put one of your cards in and then wait till the next time I mail and then put another one of your cards in. So that way you can send it all to me at one time, and then I can just bulk send them out. So I just put all of those cards into here. I just mailed one this week, so it'll be at least a week before I mail another set of cards out. And this is Season's Greetings. And it's a Christmas card because the wrong PO number was used to send to me. So it actually went back to Vanessa, and she had to resend it. So that's why it's late. But she says, May Season's Greetings. May the special gifts of the season be yours to treasure. Happy Holidays Tea from Vanessa Brown 2020. And it's just a winter scene here. Very pretty. So I kind of figured it was going to be a Christmas card when I saw that it had been returned. So thank you so much, Vanessa, for thinking of me as well. Okay, so I'm just gonna start sewing some of these pieces. Let me make sure first before I you know, so many comments you all are having here. I've been on Miss so much. If there's a female chick that hatches and looks like the original Miss Crochet, you all know there will be a Miss Crochet name tonight. Laughing out loud. That is funny. I have a basement full of fabrics. That's Ellen. She says, I love teaching others. Yes. Jackie says, Pamela, nice to have you back among us. Hugs and prayers to you. Susan says, laughing out loud, Kevin, I was going to suggest that Miss Crochet is my favorite. Diane says, Kevin, I would be surprised if you didn't give a chick for tea. If you didn't give a chick for tea? No. No, he can keep a chick for tea. You need to design a quilt for Miss Crochet. I've been saying, people ask me to design a quilt for Miss Crochet. So I do need to figure out something for Miss Crochet, but that is too funny. Pamela says, I miss you all. My health is deteriorating, but I still thank God for what I can do. And that's so showing of her spirit, and why so many people love Pamela, that even when she's going through so much, she's still content with where she is at this current time, and not complaining about it. And that's what I think we all love most about Pam. We get to chat with Pam in some of our Zoom chats. So when we first started Zoom chat, Pam was in there, and she just hasn't been able to make it to a lot of things lately because of her health. So Lisa says, pop out of chat and give T a thumbs up. Thank you, Lisa. Darlene says, Miss Crochet sounds interesting, laughing out loud. And she says she also done the thumbs up already. She do that first. Well, thank you. Darcy says, it will be worth it. Everyone will want that quilt in honor of T. Dorsey says, I watched that. The Teaquilt thing is really nice. If I had the space, I would love to get one, but I don't. That is Darcy. Okay. Ellie says, OT, I saw that it's the Bernina. You just put your name on it, and that made it look like new machine, even though I don't have the best sight since I've been getting older, laughing out loud. Yeah, this is the video that I uploaded. It's talking about decals that I make that you can put on your equipment. You can order just the decal for your name. It'll be about 3 inches. So however long your name is, just know that it's going to be within a 3-inch line. And then I think they're $3, but then you can order like a sheet of 5 or 6 for $12 if I'm not mistaken. But the video has the prices in it. So that's what this is on my machine. But yes, this is not a new machine. I just came across some decals. I forgot I had some made already. And then I had gotten this machine in September. So it's a new edition. And I just needed to put my name on it. And decals can come off of your machine with no damage. But they will not come off if you don't want them to come off. They do stay. Especially on equipment that you're not going to wash. So... And Diane says, keep that chin up, Pamela. You're a tough cookie. Praying for you. Name a chicken for tea. Yeah, you don't want to give her a chicken. Cheryl Bean says, sending hugs and prayer to Pamela. Kevin says, I will let Miss T choose her namesake. Francesca says, Afino is here. Hi, Francesca. She says, hi, T and everyone. T, your hair looks incredible. Thank you so much. And... and Diane, y'all see, this is why I love y'all. Y'all cuckoo. She goes, Kevin, I hope it's a laying hen and not a meat hen. Vivian Calvi is here saying hi, T and everyone. So yes. So I'm going to go ahead and do some sewing. I guess you all can keep talking, and I'm going to figure out what to do over here. I got to thread my machine because I oiled it. A little bit before I came in here, about an hour or so ago, so I'm hoping the oil has been through, so I had to unthread it for that. That's the one thing I don't like about the Bernina. Like when I have my other machines, I would, I'm trying to count these pieces to make sure. When I have my other machines, I would just, for some reason, I had this turned wrong. Already starting out wrong. I would leave a chain piece of something, half square, triangle, whatever, under my needle. And I don't do that anymore with the Bernina because I always have to oil it before I start back up. I should be oiling it like every 2 hours of sewing, but we know that's not going to happen. Just depends on what I'm doing. And this is why I like to chain piece, because I hate snipping threads, long threads. So just sewing pieces that have been in my room, laying around. I was cleaning out the section over here because I keep piling stuff into this corner. And most of it is Bernina stuff for this sewing machine. I need to install that multi-thread rack that I have for machine embroidery. Haven't done it yet. And the Bernina tray, when I took it out of my, I took the stuff out of the Barbie case. It's just sitting up there. I put it all into the big case that I got new. So just trying to clean out some areas right now. And on these sample blocks, like these extra blocks, I don't even really care about if they're made perfect or not. Like as far as my seams lining up perfect, whatever happens, happens at this point. So it's kind of like string piecing in a way. I'll do my best, but I'm not going to go crazy. I'm at 100%, so I'm going to take this off, see if I can prop this up so I can maybe read some of the comments. I won't be able to see them all. Put that right there. And maybe see if I can prop the phone up. Don't know where yet. Let's see. Deborah Quilt says, I use my die cutter. Hold on, I lost it, sorry. Deborah Quilt says, I used my die cutter today for the first time. Now that is awesome. I'm glad it got out. Trying not to have that be out too far, but okay, so now I don't know where my block is. Okay, I did have it right, just making sure. Because I definitely don't want to be ripping on some extra blocks, right? So that's pretty cool. You got to use it. I was talking to Deborah on the phone trying to explain how she can convert other blocks, you know, quilt patterns, and use the value die, because that's all she has is the value die and a strip die right now. So but I explained to her how she could do that. Just ignore whatever size is in the pattern and cut the sizes that you have. Just be a different size. I have apparently sold these blocks to something else because the seams allowances are turned under. This is how long this has been in here. I forgot what I'm doing with them. Okay. Diane says, how did you like it? I don't know what she's talking about or who she's talking to. Because I'm so far behind in the comments. That's too much work, T. What's too much work? What is too much work? I don't want to go down to the bottom. Eric Oda is here. He says, chickle-diddle-doo, I'm listening and cutting fabric. Yes, that's what you're supposed to do. June Hansen says, can I use Singer oil and use it in my mid-arm Viking machine? I don't know anything about the Viking brand, but from what I understand, they all take regular oil except for Bernina, which takes a specialty oil. But you might want to make sure you check your book or check with somebody who has Viking machines. But that was the last. But you know, this changed for Bernina, where they went to, you know, their newer machines now don't take regular oil. So you just got to be careful with what you're putting into stuff. So Ann says, picture very fuzzy tonight. My picture is very clear. I don't have any problems with my reception. So sometimes YouTube will decrease your output speed because of what's going on in your area. So you may not be running at full capacity. I thought you can use any machine oil in any sewing machine. Am I wrong? Oh, he says, I am finally cutting my Cleopatra pieces. Hey, now. Can't wait to see what you come up with. He's very artistic. Pamela says, T, I watched your Store of the East video. I convinced my neighbor to order the dye and try the pattern. Now, that is funny. No. That is too funny. I have stuff. I be trying to write down and write the wrong stuff. Now Now that's pretty cool. Cleo kicked my butt. Who said that? Oh, that was Diane. Okay, thanks, T. All that oiling of your sewing machine, Bernina. Yeah, it does take a lot of oil, but there's a quick way. All I got to do is just take this plate off. I could, if I didn't have the single hole thing, I wouldn't even have to take the plate off, but all I got to do is just take this plate off, put a drop of oil, and I rotate it towards me, and it's done. So it's very quick. They came up with a quick oiling, and then when I clean it, I actually oil in the bottom and the top. So it all gets oil. But every time I change a bobbin, I do a full cleaning and I oil. But for just regular everyday sewing, I can just oil straight from the top. So that's pretty cool. And Pam saying that it's clear for her. Francesca says, looking for additional suggestions. Sewing is in a frigid cold basement. Put up 3M window insulation. Need something else. Oh my God. You probably need a heater in there, girl. A little electric heater or something. I need to finish my Cleo box now. Y'all talking about it. And Diane says change your settings too. At the top of the screen, Tiffany is explaining how to change your screen. And Eric just realized that Pam is in here. See? And Ellen's also saying that, Francesca, you may need an electric heater in your basement. Yes, and I put it closer to my work area, and in places where you get up to go press or something like that, I wouldn't worry about, but I would most definitely put it in my sewing area. So I just need to press these seams open here. I've been chatting with y'all so long, my iron heated up and it's back off again. So also know that I'm on a delay from seeing you all's comments as well. So it takes me a minute to get them. And I don't even know why I'm pressing these seams open. I think I'm just going to press them to one side. It's going into a sampler quilt, you know? It's not like it's one quilt like when I first made it. Save myself. I'm always trying to do the right thing all the time. Sometimes it just isn't necessary. And when I sew whatever units I have, I will let you all see them because they make no sense separate. See, Peggy is here. Hey, Peggy. She says, hi, TNT Quilters. Happy Super Bowl weekend. That's funny. Diane says, Cleo kept confusing me. I got some of Cleo put together, but then I got lost. And Cleo could be a little pain sometimes. I would give Miss Cleo that. Eric says, by the way, Zoom chat tomorrow for 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern, and 7 p.m. Mountain. We keep forgetting about the Mountain people. And it's Super Bowl weekend, so for those that don't watch the game, we'll be in the Zoom. Let me make sure I pull this up. Okay. Pamela got jokes. think that's it. I'm actually caught up. Not for long, though. They'll start rolling down that screen. Can't read them. Jill says, how does a newbie join the Zoom party tomorrow? It's actually listed in my Facebook group, Teaquilts LLC on Facebook. It's one of our pinned announcements. But Eric will probably give you more information. Thank you, Tiffany, for the link. Tiffany is real good with that. She's fast. Her and Kim Burris, who isn't here tonight, but her and Kim Burris are pretty good with keeping you all up to date with links and stuff you may need. Peggy says, hi friends, hope you are well and have something under the needle. We should all have something under the needle, right? Darcy says, I don't think Brady needs to win. He already has 6 Super Bowl rings. Come on. That is funny. You can't go by that, though, regardless. Whether you for or against the team, you can't do that. That's a big accomplishment, though. So here is one block that I made. These are left over from a Christmas sew-along that I did. Had some extra blocks, so I am just sewing them into this little 4-patch unit. Oh, Tiffany says, I just told Kim I don't think she's getting notices lately. For some reason, some of my seasoned chatters are not getting notified, and you have to go out and unsubscribe, then resubscribe to the channel, and then hit the notification bell again. For some reason, YouTube has a weird way of just deleting your notifications. Weird. Ellie is talking to Eric. Jackie says, lucky 7 rings for big old Tom coming up. That's right. You can't go by that. You got the skill, you should win. So, regardless. Doesn't matter what the number is. Now, see, this one here, I must have cut this piece short. So, that's why I probably didn't use it in a block, because it's short over here. I don't know if you all can see that on camera. But in a scrap quilt, I can trim it to whatever size I want. So, doesn't matter. Weird. So, I must not have had enough fabric on my die and just cut what I had at the time, but we'll use it up now. And I'll just trim it, or if it's too little to go in a spot, then I will just add a strip. Let me get these 2 off. I think I made 400 of these little units, and I always make extras when I'm working on quilts like this where I need a whole lot of a unit and I get tired of making them, because when I get to the end, sometimes you may have to put 2 pieces of fabric together that's the same fabric, because I don't really lay out my scrap quilts. So I just make extra units, and then these are all the extra units that I had. And so I just made them into little 4-patch blocks. So be in one of my scrap quilts, maybe not the next one, but I got a lot of blocks, extra blocks like this. So this kind of stuff was just laying around needing to be put up, but I don't want to put them up until I actually sew them to something. So I'm getting stuff done so that I'm just not moving stuff around. Get it done and then put it up. And Lisa says, look, Kim's here. So it did take for Tiffany to notify her. I don't know what's going on with Kim's notification. So Tiffany says, okay, I'm going to listen, but I'll be away from the screen for a few minutes. Okay. Oh, Scott says, hi, T and friends. Hi, Scott. And Deborah said something about 100 blocks. I guess I skipped it. I didn't. She says she's working on 100 blocks UFO project. Okay, that's pretty cool. And Ellen's asking, how does that work with 100 blocks? I was talking with her on the phone. You're basically, whatever block you got, you can substitute your squares and half square triangles for whatever size AccuQuilt die you have. You can make that block any size you want. It doesn't have to be 12 inches. So she's using her value die. That's the only piecing die that she has. So that's what she's using. Not going to do anything special with these seam allowances. So just press one way and one the other. Where is I got too much stuff up here for me to be effective using my press stick. Press this one the other way and just sew it together. And then I'll show you my blue pieces in a minute. Lynette says, wow, those colors are pretty. Well, thank you. This was just I don't know if she's talking about the blue ones or the Christmas one, but just leftover stuff, all old Christmas fabrics. I just was getting rid of it, and so I made a quilt, and they all look cute together in the quilt. It was a sew-along a few years ago in a Facebook group that I had. Okay, I think I can go ahead and sew this one. I found so many pieces just sitting around. And this one I think I must have gotten from somebody at a retreat or something, because I don't remember these fabrics. What I'm sewing now, this kind of brownish tan color. But I'll sew it together. Make a nice quilt block. Now I should have all of the blue pieces sewn, I think. Yeah. So I'll press these and show you the blue blocks. Alright, so this is the big block here. Just had to sew it into a 4-patch. And then I had some other ones. This same block, just how you place them makes this block. And it also can make mountains like that. This is an AccuQuilt die. I forget which one it is, what it's called, but it is an AccuQuilt die. So those are ready, as well as these. And this one I'll show you once it's off. Kim said, T, what's the name of the block you're working on? The Christmas colors. I created it and I just called it C is for Christmas because these are just leftover pieces, and the name of the actual unit, I forget what it's called because it has a I'm I'm blocking the name of the block because it's named after somebody. I have to think about it and send it to you, Kim, in a email or something. I can't think of it right now because it's named after somebody. This particular, in the way that I did it in that technique. But I had this in my Christmas sew along. We were working on these blocks. She says all of them, they are so rich. Thank you. And now I was on here Wednesday and some people were, I had a couple of, trying to see which, even though batiks look the same, I'm still one of those people that still look at it to see which side is the brightest. just silly like that. So I had a one batik drunkard's path kit, and I had a couple more people wanting it, so I cut some more kits out. So I cut 2 more kits for those people, and I'm not cutting any more right now. But I had these blocks left over, so I decided to go ahead and sew these as well. Let me get this pin here. So I got some Drunkard's Path blocks as well. And I've got about 10 or 12 of them, so that's what I'm going to sew next. Hold on. I am busy making dinner, but I'm still listening. Yes, you got to eat. Carl says pretty. Thank you. June says your blocks are so pretty. Thank you. So pretty from Darcy. Billy says love the blocks. Thank you. Ellen says tumble block. I want that. Thank you, Ellen. So it's the tumble die, but you can do more than what they show you to do with it, and then it comes in on the die. There's 2 different sizes of cut pieces. So you have, don't let me show you the one where the piece isn't the right size. So you have this little small one, but then you also have the bigger one, and both of those cuts. So this one is much bigger than this one. So I'm just going to turn it to the wrong side so you can see the size difference in that. So, but both sizes are on one die board. And I made something with this, and I can't remember what I did. I probably made a video about it. I don't even think I have the project here. I think I may have given it away. But, or it's not quilted or something, because I can't even remember what I made with it. But I do remember using that die, and then those were all the leftover pieces. So, thank you, Ellen. So I don't have to email Kim. Billy says, like the block. Susan says, T, I hear you sometimes. I look at fabric and say, now where did that come from? And I would have no idea. Fabric fairies must bring it, laughing out loud. Yes. Talking about this fabric here. People will just bring me a paper bag, like a little lunch bag or something at the guild meetings or something. And I just get home and, I go through and pull out what I want, and I put the rest of it into the doggy bed container for the girl that I save for. So you just never know where stuff is coming from. Most of my fabrics, I know my fabrics when I see them. And fabrics that I don't have stand out like a sore thumb because I know that I didn't buy that. So, yeah, but I went through batiks yesterday. I can't remember how many I ended up, like different fabrics I ended up cutting. But I'm going to say I had probably at least 30 different fabrics for when I was cutting those kits. And Deborah Quilts also helped me. We were talking on the phone for 3 hours while I was cutting. And it wasn't just cutting. I had to find the batiks because I have my batik stored in this closet right here. But there is a big cart in front of it. And I didn't want to go into that cart. Can you all believe that I found approximately 30 fabrics that were not stored in the batiks container in the closet to cut these kits out with? I tell you, I got fabric, okay? And that's fabric that has not been put up. And that's what I'm saying. I got so much fabric that I have been getting, either me purchasing or somebody else giving it to me, that I haven't even put it up, and it's just everywhere, and it's like I can't stand it anymore. So I'm touching everything. I'm touching my stuff, going through my stuff to make sure I still want what I have bought, because sometimes our tastes change. What I liked a couple years ago, I may not like all of it now. So Lisa says those blocks are pretty. Wish I could touch the fabric. Oh, that's the one thing you can't do in a live, isn't it? Deborah says blocks are for Quilt Makers 100 Block magazine, and it's actually volume 2 if you all have them. And she says our small group was making 2 blocks a week starting in 2001. I have a total of 13 blocks. Yeah, I was actually doing that for my blog channel, and the Quilt Maker actually saw it and contacted me about it. But I only got about 50, 60 blocks done. Things in my life happened. That was if I'm not mistaken, when I started that, my friend passed the next year before we could get them all done. And so never did get all of those blocks done. Sometimes you kind of relate events to a particular event that happens in your life, and then you don't want to do that anymore. So that's kind of what happened to me. Sending me one too. Virgie, I would like to know also. So this the tumbler. That's the people were asking about the block. Ellen helped us with that, so I don't have to email anybody. And Dolores is the same. T could find it and tell us all next Saturday. Yes, because I wouldn't be able to email all these people. I just know that I got Kim's email already, and it would be easy for me to remember to send it to one. When I start making a whole list of stuff, then I got to stop sewing and start writing all this stuff down. Thank you, Darcy. Cool Gal says, is that block Jacob's ladder? No, it's not. Oh, we still don't know what I still got to contact Kim because we still don't know the name of the quilt block, the other one. We got the AccuQuilt one, the tumbler one. We still don't have it. I tell you what, I can bring it into Zoom tomorrow. I can have it too. And then I'll also bring it next Wednesday and let you all know what it's called. Because it's so many people wanting to know. And I'm thinking that this is the block that you all are talking about. This. And I'll have to... It's like Aunt B's triangle or B's triangle or something. It's got some kind of lady's name attached to it because it's not made how you think it's made. Lisa says made supper for dinner. Great day for soup. Yes. I bought some, I don't know what the surface is. Some soup containers, like they're ice cube things where you can freeze a cup. It's either a half cup, a cup, or 2 cups of soup. And then you freeze them into like these ice cube trays, and then you pop them out, and then you can pop the cubes into your bags for long-term storage. So I ended up buying some of those off of Amazon. I'm looking forward to making my next soup. And the reason why I bought them is because my husband doesn't like bean soup. And I love, you know, the bean soup. All the beans mixed in there all together, but he doesn't eat it. So when I make it, it's too much soup. And so I'm going to make that Mary's triangle. Thank you, Kayla. Yay! Google Mary's triangle for this. Instead of cutting half square triangles and putting them on the top here, she has you cut rectangles, and then she have you stitch down them in a particular way that when you get through, you end up with 2 units, and you use one in this block, one in another block, and then you just add another larger half square triangle. I like that better than having to cut all of the half square triangles when I didn't have my die cutting system, because I had started making those units. Like I said, I needed 400 of them, and I had pieced those units years ago, put it into like one of the log cabin settings, and I didn't like it, so I took all of those pieces apart. So while I had my group sewing their blocks, I was actually taking blocks apart. Yeah, because that's what I do. I had a whole quilt top put together and took it all apart because I didn't like it. I was like, that was too much work for me to put it into a setting that I just did not like. So it sat for years, and then with me doing that sew along, it encouraged me to get it done. And I like the setting much better. So thank you, Kayla. She says, there is also a creative grid ruler that calls it Catch Cradle. This is the Christmas block that T showed. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Because I know Kayla was in there sewing. She had to stop sewing. Kayla get a lot done. I'm actually sewing these log cabin blocks. You know, batiks are great. You know, they don't stretch. And then when you're doing curve piecing, they can be a pain in the butt because what? They don't stretch. They got that tighter weave. So it's not like sewing with regular cotton fabric. You have to, you know, adjust a little bit more than you normally would. Let me just show you one of them. Oh, I never did show you this block that I never did finish this block. That I think I got the fabric from somebody else. I had 5 of these half square triangles, so I just got an extra one that's hanging out. Trying to press the seam the other direction. Okay. So this seam, I forgot this was on the other end. And Kim says Catch Cradle is what I was thinking of. Yes. And Kayla, let me go back and read that. Mary's Triangle. That's right. And it's called, the block itself is probably called the Catch Cradle, but the way that she has you do it is why it's called Mary's Triangle, because it's not the same traditional technique. And this was done so many years ago, like when Billy Lauder was doing a lot of the different type of fast piecing. This wasn't very popular back then. They were still using mostly templates. Rotary cutters had just, you know, had been out for a few years or whatever, and people started doing new techniques and stuff. So okay. And Melissa says, a lot of people are saying, thank you, Kayla. It's like when I have particular things that I haven't even used the words in a long time, it takes me a while to pull back the name. But thank you so much. Eric says, one of the major fabric stores in LA is closing its doors. I got batiks for $2.99 a yard. Oh my gosh. See, I would have just went plumb crazy. That's pretty cool. I don't think I've ever bought a batik fabric, I don't think, at $3 or less a yard. I may have gotten some for $3.33 at my store when they run their sales, but that's a major sale. He says, yep, and they were selling Cape Facets and Tula Pink for $5.99 a yard. I start reading on one line and then drop down to the next line. And I wonder if they're closing because of the pandemic or if they're just closing, period. We got a quilt store in the metro St. Louis area, which is in Illinois, and it's deciding to close. Has nothing to do with the pandemic. She and her husband have been staying local because of her mom. And her mom, you know, her mom elderly. She's already in her 60s maybe. And so her and her husband wants to go live further out, and then also they want to travel. They said that it's too much land that they have to take care of, and then when they want to go travel, it's just too much, so they just want to move. But that's pretty cool. So shops are closing for different reasons, not all the time due to a pandemic. It could be a family change situation as well. Whoops. I want to get my other beige piece off since I started this one first, and show you this one first before I show you my drunkard's path. Whoops. And again, I'm not worried about seams on this. These are going to be for those extra quilts, you know. The stuff that we normally throw away. So I don't tend to care about how perfect they are. But the block is pretty. Pretty fabrics. I just know that I didn't buy it. Sheila Green says, first time being here. Well, welcome to the channel, Sheila. And on these, I am not going to press the seams with an iron yet because I don't know how I really want these seams to lay, because if I make circles with them, I'm going to need them pressed in opposite directions. And if I don't make circles, if they don't match up, then I can just press my seams any way I want. So this is just 2 of the batik blocks that I just sewed. I think I got 10 or 12 of them. So these are fabrics that I just cut for the 2 kits that I needed. Susan says need to make new soups. And Susan is saying to Sheila, hi to her, and you're going to like it here. Welcome to Sheila from quite a few people, because that's how nice my quilters are. So thank you guys. Love beans and cornbread. Yes, that's what I'm looking forward to. And then since he doesn't eat the beans, I can really put jalapenos in the cornbread and regular corn. I can just jazz the cornbread up because my husband is a picky eater. And Ellen's also welcoming Sheila, says please like and give a thumbs up. And it's a pleasure to have you join. So please join our group. We also come live on Wednesdays for 1-hour chat at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. But on Saturdays, I do 2 hours for live sewing chat. So we've been on an hour already. Yep, Sheila, you're in a great place. Lots of people are welcoming her. So thank you all. But this is what my quilters are. They're a really nice group, welcoming to everybody. Let's see. People are saying hi to Stephanie. So I must have missed a post. That's what happens sometimes, is even I don't get all the posts because I don't remember seeing a Stephanie. Just Sheila. So if I miss Stephanie, welcome to the group as well, just in case. Because I noticed that when I go back and look at my videos, some of the live chats, some things came up that I didn't even read or see. Okay. Yeah. And Sheila says thank you. I put a note. That is so funny. People are talking about taking a nap. I had put a note in the Teaquilts group for people to take a nap before they come to the live chat tonight. So many people have been sleeping through the late, even 7 o'clock on Wednesdays, they've fallen asleep. So I was like, take a nap. Especially people on the East Coast. So Stephanie must have come in here at some point, but I don't see it. I don't see the comment. Phyllis G is here, says hi T and everyone late in here. North Carolina. Hello Phyllis and welcome. Hold on. Oh, Lisa says just begun sewing here, might get up to 2 whole inches. I love snow. I love it as long as I don't have anything to do. Most of the time I can stay in the house, so my grand loves snow too. Darlene, isn't it great? Tiffany is back. And Carol says, love that. Love the block, I guess. Eric Oda has the foundation set date for when it will be donating some of their beautiful fabric. That's right, Kayla. Because if you are a foundation, you're a nonprofit, and you got to donate to somebody else, right? That is funny. Darcy's reminding people to thumbs up and new people subscribe. Cheryl says, you're making me hungry, T. I'm a soup lover because you can get soups and don't have to cook every day. I like cooking meals and things that you don't have to cook every day. Like greens can be frozen. My husband doesn't like greens. You know, he's such a picky eater. So I got these containers so that I can freeze just a portion for me and I can eat it whenever I want. So now it's a game changer. I can't wait to use them the first time and see how they work. And then I also have the little contraption where you can take the air out. You know, they got a name for it. The machine where they seal the bag, take the air out. So I also got that too. So this is going to be a game changer for real. I'm loving it. And I don't have to worry about all the liquid because it's already frozen. Gonna be nice. What is Eric saying about this foundation? The foundation is already in the process of making a quilt. Going to Miss Cleopatra. June says, but he donated a lot of fabric in a Zoom meeting, so I have to give Eric credit. The foundation gave out more fabric than it even received. So that's pretty cool. He was in a Zoom giving out stuff. And if you got a fabric kit from Eric, we are asking that you do something with it and then post it in Teaquilts what you made so that he will know that you did use that fabric kit. Oh, Cam says it's only 12 degrees here now and it feels like 1. And that's what they said we were going to, I think we were in the 30s and then we were going to go into the 20s, the low 20s here for the next week. So this is going to be our coldest run. Oh, Quilting Beauty and Books. Yeah, I am Stephanie. I am under my YouTube channel name. Oh, okay. Well, welcome to the channel. I kept looking for Stephanie. It's like I haven't seen Stephanie. Thank you, Teresa. I'm only like 2 minutes behind in the comments. Food Saver. Thank you, Jill. That's exactly what it's called. I'm only like a couple minutes behind in the chat, but it's a whole lot of chats going on. So let me keep stitching. I still got quite a few. I'll be stitching these for a while. I got, like I said, I got like 10 or 12. I've got 2, and I got 2 of them already done. So let's see how many more. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think 7. And I've got 4 done, so it must be 12. It's an even number. It's not odd. Seal a meal. Phyllis says, I love soup too. Healthy, warm, and filling. Yeah, I don't. That's why I wouldn't move anywhere where it's colder. St. Louis is already cold enough for me, and it's not that we get cold all the time. It's just that it's cold enough for me. I don't want to go further north. No siree. I kind of like that we do get cold because we kill off some of the bugs and stuff like that, so the summer isn't so bad. But I don't want it for a long period of time. It just takes a little time and patience to sew curved seams, guys. And like I told y'all, these Drunkard's Path curves are harder than the Clio curves. To me. I kid you not. I forgot to put a pin on this end. Let's see if it ends up in the right place without me pinning. Nope. But we're going to make it fit. That's why I like to put that pin on the end. I normally pin the end and my notch. And then make it work. We're going to make it work. Ease it in. And it's a lot harder to do this because the fabric is batik. So I have no problem just taking 1 or 2 stitches and readjusting. Okay. Food saver. Uh-oh. Kim has asked Pamela, how is she doing? Lisa says, I hope Eric doesn't forget Save the Peg Batik Foundation. Scraps are happily accepted. The hubs will be forever grateful. We all gonna start a foundation. What do y'all think about making quilts for the homeless? I know a few that really needs help. No heat, sleeping in cars as well. Yeah, I tend to donate to like shelters or places that give stuff like that to the homeless. So I think it's a great idea. My birthday is next week and it's always cold. You gotta do like my daughter Deborah. She had a birthday in the summer month at her half birthday mark and tried to get me to throw her a party, and I wouldn't do it. And so she went to my mother, and her grandma went ahead and threw her a mid-year birthday party. It was hilarious. I mean, invited friends, everything. Cake, the whole 9 yards. Gifts. People brought her gifts. I didn't even get her a gift. I'm like, this is ridiculous. But she got one. My daughter was spoiled rotten, and you would think she was the first grandkid on her dad's side, but my side had a whole lot of my mom had a whole lot of grandkids by the time she came along. I'm number 6 of 8, so it was a lot more before me, and she still gave that child that party. Grandparents are something else. Feeling, not feeling. The struggle is real. Hey, Mary. Got Mary Ziegler Martin in here. She says, hi, I bet you think I forgot all about your little show. It's snowing here in Georgia. Oh my gosh. So that means your city is going to be shut down because those people there don't know how to drive in snow. That's going to be a mess. I guess I could cut off some of these and show you some more fabric. I only got 2. See, that's what happened when you're reading comments and you don't sew as much. You think you sewed a whole lot and nothing's going on. So yeah, so Georgia's gonna be shut down. Lisa says happy birthday to Deborah Quilts. Quilt Gal is asking Eric about Miss T's famous cake because I asked Santa for their recipe, but I must have been naughty because I didn't get it. That is funny. That's such a shame. And Tiffany is also welcoming those into the chat. Thank you all so much for joining us. If you haven't, you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Just more of the batik blocks. And these are going to go into some kind of layout. If I have 12, it'll just be like a 3x4, something like that. Just to get rid of them. It's been in the 50s here and 60s here in Texas. Oops, I got to go pin this other end before I start sewing. My thing is I'm from Mississippi and the winters are warm, but in Indiana it's freezing here. Makes me want to cry sometimes. Oh my goodness. See, I don't want to go any more north. I've been into Chicago in the month of December a lot, and it is freezing in downtown Chicago off of that lake. It is no joke. I would wear 2 pair of long johns. Some of them so easy to go through, and other ones give me the blues. This one's going through pretty easy. People are now saying hi to Mary. Mary is my friend that lives in Atlanta. When I go to Atlanta, I generally stay with her. Might be a time or two that I went to a line dancing event that I didn't stay with her, but I remember one time I stayed with her because I just wanted to spend time with her family and didn't even go to all the line dancing events. I remember giving my daughter my car so she could have transportation to go to all the events. So, but I love my friend. She used to live here in St. Louis and moved there years and years ago. Jackie says, if you want cold, come on up to Canada for a visit. We'll show you cold. I know that's right, and y'all stay cold way too long. And I guess it just depends on where you are. If you're in British Columbia, it's the warmest spot right now, but they have a lot of rain. They'll have a little bit of snow, but not like the rest of Canada. My 2 pins. I'm trying to figure out who is spoiled rotten. Oh, Stephanie is spoiled rotten. Yep. Yes, she is. Canada is super frozen. You got that right. There are certain places that I would not visit in the winter, and that is one. No, sirree, not for me. See, this one's just going right in here too, just about. Some of them just go easier than others, you know? I guess I'm just getting more experience as I'm sewing them. It's been a few years since I sewed a Drunkard's Path thought. I got a work in progress. I probably have finished about 3 or 4 quilts using it. And just never finished the last project. So, and then I'm throwing this into the mix. That's why I'm trying to get these sewed and not just put up pieces. Because I'm not making any more kits right now. So I knew I wouldn't be using it for that. Grandkids and fabric are the only 2 reasons I haven't retired. Spoil those kids as rotten as possible. Also a couple of great nieces, yes. I don't mind the cold. I love the snow as long as I don't have to drive in it. Lynette says, my grandkids are caked out. So this year, I baked a cookie cake, laughing out loud. It worked. I bet that was a lot easier to do, too. And Kim's the same as Deborah. Just she don't mind the snow if she just don't want to be out in it. And that's me. It doesn't bother me if I'm in the house, but if I have to start going out making errands and all of that kind of stuff, then it could be a problem. But as long as I don't have to drive in it in rush hour traffic, I'm okay because I'm not uncomfortable driving in it. I just don't like the long spells if I'm going across town when I was going to work. My regular commute was like 35 minutes. It snowed. It could be up to 2 hours for me to get to work. Just because you have to drive 10, miles per hour sometimes. And sometimes you may just be stopped. It could be an accident in front of you. So, yeah. I do not miss working outside the home. That's for sure. See my bottom fabric. It's laying right on top it's laying right underneath the the top fabric so good I can't see it, which I guess is a good problem to have. Mary Lee Blackwell says it's 12 degrees in my part of Indiana on Lake Michigan. Yes, honey, that it don't play right there. I don't play with that. I come prepared. Melissa says that quote, gal, don't assume that you were naughty. Rumor has it that Santa asked T for that recipe and still doesn't have it. That is funny. That is funny. Yeah, my mama don't even know how to make that cake. My daughter does. She's the only one that knows how to make that cake. My mom got my cake. My sister can be a cut up sometimes, and she does inappropriate things. So, like, sometimes we have family events, and I'd bring a cake, and my mom might bring a cake, and my sister would point out that not to eat that cake because that's not the right cake, and My mom, I don't know, she started using coconut flavoring in her cakes, and I personally do not like coconut flavoring, and apparently neither does my sister. And my mom does, and so when she makes her cake, she keeps putting it in there. Well, my sister doesn't like it, and so then she goes and starts making a competition about the cakes that are made. And so my mom has now gotten mad, and she gave me all of, I had bought her a KitchenAid, some attachments for it. My mom has given me all of that stuff, and I'm saying, why are you giving me this? You're gonna make another cake. She says, I'm never making any more cakes. And so when I do make cakes, I try to make sure that I take my mom cake, because I think, she's gotten older too. That's part of it, but that's not the total reason. It's because she just gets tired of the back talk about the cake. It's like, if you don't like something, just don't eat it and keep moving. Apparently the cake was being eaten by somebody because it was disappearing. So I just don't like almond seasonings, almond flavor. Ooh, it's like new. Ooh, I got 3 this time. That's good. 4. I've been sewing. I only got 1 more to make. That's cool. So we'll just sew you all some fabrics. Vicky says it hit 12 below here, 0 at my house. Mary says, love you too. Snow here. It's like snow cones. It won't be around in the morning. That is funny. I sure hope it's gone, because Atlanta don't need it. And at least it's on a Sunday. It's not on a work day. So I'm just lightly pressing these because they're not probably going to, I don't know how they're going to stay right now. So I don't want to use my press iron. I'm just lightly pressing them so that I can push them back the other way if I need to. Just showing you the back side. And Eric talking about to Vicky and 0. That's perfect sunbathing weather. Yeah, right. um, 2 more fabrics. 2 more blocks. Okay, I got just 1 more of these to sew, and they're all done. I guess I'll show you the last 2 the first 2 I sewed prior to coming live. I actually recorded a video on it while I was doing the cutting, and I sewed those 2 blocks. That's why they're sewed. So, and I just have 1 more block to sew, which I don't have to do on here. It's just the one that's on my design wall here, left over from the kaleidoscope pieces that I did videos on. Let's see. Karen Tibbs is here. She says, I am in Newfoundland, and it has been warm here this past week, and I am next to the Atlantic Ocean. So welcome to the channel, Karen. Appreciate you commenting. Eric says, I would love to go to Canada. I would love to go to Canada. I just don't want to go in the winter. I figure if I go in summer, I still might need a jacket or something. I don't know. They do wear shorts in the summer, though, so it's got to be warm, but definitely not going in the wintertime. And it can snow in Canada like it's nobody's business, depending on where you're going. I'm behind like 10 minutes in the comments. I'm going to skip some of these. See, Jackie saying when it gets to minus 22, that's when they cancel school buses. We are tough up here. goodness. Let's see. I'm trying to just skip some of these so I can catch up a little bit. Trying to skip some of these. My daughter-in-law made homemade oatmeal raisin cookies for me, and they are so good. Trying to catch up. Okay, I'm at the bottom. I do cakes all from scratch. Been doing it for 10 years. I'll never satisfy everyone, and it's good with me. Yes. That's from Lynette. Yes, it's like everybody is not going to like everything anyway. Like, I'm just a person that just like plain cake, and other people don't make plain cake. So that's why I bring the pound cake, because I just like plain stuff. I don't want nuts and all this other stuff mixed into there. Raisins, and I just want it plain. Now, I will eat raisins in the cookies and stuff like that. But when it comes to cake, I just want one texture. And so I just make my own pound cake. So that's what kind of started it. But you can't satisfy everybody's taste buds. And when I go out, like for dinner or parties or something like that, I hardly ever order dessert, because most of the time I'm just not going to like it. I eat milk chocolate candy, but I don't eat any chocolate icing, cake, ice cream. I don't like it. And then my poor daughter doesn't eat any chocolate at all. I said, you poor thing. That's really sad. All right, last 2 blocks here that I've sewn. Just kind of get them finger pressed a little bit down for you guys, and then I'll show you all 4 of what I have left here. Pamela says, it's been great, gotta go. Bye, Pamela. Uh-oh. The screen jumped on me. Lisa says, I finally found a pattern I like for New York Beauty. Came from Australia and got here in 3 weeks. Way faster than United States Postal Service from Missouri. That is funny. Next to the last 2 blocks, but right here, 2 fabrics. And these are fabrics that I actually use, and these are not even all of them, because I only got 24 pieces, and I've used quite a few different fabrics. Pink and purple. And I wasn't trying to necessarily match them up, just rearranging the pieces. So those are all done. I just need to play with those on a design wall. Good night to Vivian. I guess she said she was leaving. I must have missed that. So good night, Vivian. Lisa says, I finally found, I read that one. T, they are coming out so nice. They're going to be a beautiful quilt. And like I said, these are 7-inch blocks. So I'm only going to probably do a 3x4 setting. That's it. I'm not making any more. I have a bad habit of making every quilt big when it doesn't need to be. So I'm trying to stop that. Lynette says, nice. Well, thank you. It's been great, but gotta go, from Pamela. I read that one. As long as it has anything with chocolate, it will be fine for me. That's from Dorsey. Yes, and most people are chocolate lovers. They don't care what it is, as long as it's chocolate. What? Raisins and cookies? But that's cooked fruit. Yes, it is. And that's because I can literally take the raisin out technically. And that's why I don't mind it in cookies. But I don't even eat Jell-O. I don't like Jell-O. And then when you put the fruit in it, it's like I just want to go in there and pull the fruit out. I have issues with texture. I don't eat mushrooms because of texture. And that's why my friends in there going, but cooked fruit? And that's because the raisin is not, it's a difference with raisins too. Kim says, I have all my mom's favorite recipes and use them often. Tomorrow will be her oatmeal raisin cookies and peanut butter cookies. That's going to be fun. I haven't made cookies in years. I need to make some cookies. I used to make them all the time when my daughter was here. Same with humidity. That kind of trip in the summer would be wasted too, with joint pain the whole time. But I will travel and break my boundaries someday. Okay, this is from Virgin. She says, now it's time to make oatmeal raisin cookies. Thanks all. Yes. And I do have some chocolate chips I bought from the store thinking I was going to make some cookies, but I haven't yet. Ellen says, very beautiful blocks. Thank you, Ellen. Peanut butter cookies sound great. That's good. And I've made some ginger oatmeal cookies too with ginger in it. Is really good. Has ginger and molasses. Something else is in there. Some other kind of spice is in there as well. I can't remember right now because it's been too long. Lynette says, understand. Phyllis G says, so pretty. Thank you. Dorothy, she makes husband peanut butter cookies. Yes. I am not a chocolate lover. That's from Eric. Now, that's strange. He eats all kind of food, love food, and don't eat chocolate. That's something else. Jackie says, I am baking pies tomorrow, strawberry rhubarb. That's pretty cool. Kim says, one of my dad's favorite cookies was fruit cocktail cookie. They are delicious. Now, I couldn't eat it. Now, that I cannot eat. And it's like, my friends would get so frustrated. And they go, but you haven't even seen it or whatever. I said, it's the whole thought. It's the texture. It doesn't matter if it's good or not. I can't eat that. And there it goes, I love Jell-O. And Quinty goes, always with the food. Ugh. Yeah, that's what people say. The first time they came to my channel, they thought it was a cooking channel because we were talking about food. I just think we have a group of people that love to eat. Love to eat. So, is Ellen still here? And Darcy, I think I've seen your names pop up. Let's see. Deborah says, I'm making an apple pie tomorrow. Ellen says, she's still here. Tiffany says, Justin made pie last night. I may go get some. That's pretty cool. No wonder your husband eats Ritz crackers like cookies. Now, he does like cookies, but I just haven't been baking them in a while. He doesn't eat all the cookies that I ate. He only wants chocolate chip, and that's it. He doesn't want any oatmeal raisin, none of that kind of stuff. Let's see. So is Darcy still here? My husband makes plain pound cake all the time and always say he didn't like the way it came out. But when I look, the cake is almost gone and it's only me and him and I haven't even had one slice. Now that is funny. Now when my husband loves the pound cake, so he would eat almost the whole thing and then I'll go look at it and it'd be this one little sliver that he don't left for me. And I don't even want any more cake. And I'm trying to see if it's empty to be cleaned. You know, the cake holder to see if it needs to be cleaned, and he's left it in there so he can say that he didn't eat the last slice of cake. It's too funny. Darcy is here. She says, Lisa, I remember when I was young once, I sat at the table for 3 hours because I wouldn't eat peas. That's funny. Okay, so I had some keywords here tonight. It's almost at the end. And one of them was whoever mentioned the swap block first. And Ellen came out the gate with that so fast that I actually forgot because I forgot I had the list made. So Ellen has won a prize and Darcy has won a prize for the first one that mentioned the word Teaquilts. So I will be sending you gifts in the mail. If you could just do me a favor. I know I have your mailing address, but if you could just email it to me. It would make my life a lot easier because I don't have to go searching for your mailing address. It's a little bit different when I'm mailing if you don't place an order. I have to go find your address in an email. PayPal don't give me your information like that. But when you place an order, it just puts it into the computer for me to do the mailing to you. So if you could just send me your mailing address. I have from P&B Textiles. I told you all I'm going through my stuff too, getting rid of stuff. And so I will be mailing these packets to you. They have 4 fat quarters in them. So Darcy and Ellen will get one of these. mailed to you. Congratulations on winning. Just part of giving back. I got a lot of, when I opened up the prizes on Wednesday, I had a lot of stuff. You all know I always give you all stuff whenever I can, or when I have something pre-prepared for you all. I try to give some stuff away anyway, or I have days where I just randomly do it, and I don't make announcements because I don't want to just give gifts to people that come in only when it's gift giving day. So I had other words that I was looking for, which I did not see. So if I'm wrong, you can correct me. Was the word retreat. Nobody mentioned retreat of any kind. It didn't have to be with me. And then nobody mentioned another Teaquilts video. So if you mentioned that or said something about that, let me know, and I'll make that change for you. But those are the two that won. I had written down 4 words, and I'll let you see them because I'm fair. So those were my keywords I've written down earlier tonight before I started. Left space to put the names. So I will make sure you all get these. It would just make it a lot easier for me to send to you. Hopefully they'll be mailed on Monday, weather permitting. So make sure you give me your email ASAP. Let's see. Give hubby a box of Chips Ahoy cookies. Yes, I do buy him store-bought cookies because his palate is not right anyway. He thinks the store-boughts are good anyway, so he's okay. When you have a true picky eater, I'm picky about texture, but he's picky about certain things he eats that he's never even put in his mouth. Like he eats no seafood at all, and that drives me nuts because I love seafood and can eat it every day. And he doesn't want to eat it at all. So then it's like whenever I make seafood, it's like I have to know that I'm going to make 2 meals. So I don't eat it as much as I like because it's just a pain in the butt. I don't want to cook 2 meals. Oh my gosh. Okay, and thank you. Deborah says, I love your pound cake tea. I make a cream cheese pound cake and we love it. That's pretty cool too. And see, that's when the texture, I don't like cakes that have the moist in it where when you bite into it, it can clamp in your mouth. Like I don't eat cheesecake at all. So I haven't tried a cheesecake with cream cheese in it that I'm aware of. But I don't like angel food cake because it's too spongy and kind of clumps together like that. Ooh. See, I have texture issues. And people are saying congratulations to Darcy and Ellen. Okay, folks, back to cutting. Remember, Zoom tomorrow. Join us after the game. So we only got like 14 more minutes left here for tonight. If you all got any new people, got any quilt-related questions you want to ask us about how to get into quilting, problems that you're having, you can also post those in the chat box. We'll answer those as well. And Eric, I'm talking about retreat. It's too funny. Too late. Mary talking about she's telling my husband, I don't care. You're going to be in trouble. No, I'm not. Not when I'm telling the truth. And Darcy says thank you to everybody, and at the same time saying hit that thumbs up button. So thank you, Darcy. Jackie says getting tired here. Good night, everyone. See you all on Wednesday. Good night, Jackie. Thank you so much. And Tiffany says to join Teaquilts on Facebook. She's giving you the link again. Thank you, Tiffany. And Phyllis is also saying congrats. So that's it. I'm up here having a hot flash now. That's because I got on 2 shirts. Oh, I already have one here to sew. And she said she still don't like them. I had my daughter, she was eating grits. We grew up eating grits. Had grits every Saturday for sure when I cooked breakfast on the weekend. And she's about 10 years old and decides that she doesn't like grits anymore. After eating them for 10 years, no problem. Never once said she didn't like them. She wouldn't eat the grits. And so at first I made her sit there until it was so long that she wasn't eating them, and I just let her go. I can't remember what time, maybe an hour or so. She wouldn't eat them, so I let her go. She comes back for lunch saying that she was hungry for lunch. So I pulled out the grits. And she looked at me like I had grew two heads. And she's like, I don't want them cold grits. I said, well, they was hot when I gave them to you. I said, but you can try microwaving them and see if, if it'll heat them up or whatever. And I know you can fry grits. I've never had that, so I don't know if I like it or not. I've never had leftover grits other than this one time she didn't eat her own. But she still wouldn't eat them grits. So she didn't eat lunch, and so then come back at dinner time, I pulled out them same grits. Do you know to this day, this girl has not eaten grits because I traumatized her so bad? She still didn't eat them. She just didn't have another meal for that one day. And that child loved to eat. To this day, she will not eat grits. I got pieces falling off this board. Okay. Okay, thank you, Ellen. She says my address was sent. And Karen's like me, where are the grits? Right. I love grits. Now, I don't eat oatmeal, though. See, it's one of those things. My house was a grits house. They didn't cook oatmeal, so I didn't grow up on it. And at tasting it as an adult, I just didn't like it. And the sad thing is that oatmeal has nutritional value and grits do not, which is sad. Oh, she says, what are grits? I thought she was saying, where are the grits? She's saying, what? Okay. So, yeah, grits are, Karen, it's a southern meal, and then grits are from corn. It's coarse ground corn. Yes, but made from what? Sounds about like your daughter. That is hilarious, T. Yep. Just mention the word grits to her, she started having flashbacks. Because I even tried feeding it to her, telling her to open, chew, and swallow. And to this day, that's still a family joke. It was terrible. Oh, gosh. Poor thing. She should have just ate the grits. I don't know what the problem was. Kids. They make you torture them. Uh-oh, I lost all my top comments. I'm spooling. I'm thinking I'm not going to be able to get back in because I was spooling so bad. I got 9 minutes, so I guess I'll reboot. Let me try closing it all out first. Normally it does not work, but we'll see. And I don't know why that happens. Maybe you all have so many chats and then it just does that. I'm going to go ahead and restart it because I tried for the second time and it did not work. Craziness. I get 1,000 chats and that's it. I don't know what the magic number is, but it seemed like it happens every now and then. Just make sure I put these back into position. Okay. It's like my phone's on delay or something. Okay. Let's go back into YouTube and work correctly. Okay, at least it's not spooling. Okay. where I left off here. Mary says, I only eat grits with milk, butter, and sugar. I don't put milk. I do butter, and then I can do cheese. But I don't have to have the sugar. I don't have to have the cheese either. I can eat just buttered grits with salt and pepper. It's just good, just like that. But if you want to jazz them up, I'll add some cheese. Janet says, good night all. Enjoy. Good night. Thank you all so much for being here tonight. It's a mix between oatmeal and malto meal for Tiffany. And I don't think I've ever had malto meal. And Ellen says, I love cheese in my grits. Damali says, I like grits with bacon and eggs. Yummy. Yeah, and I do. I mix my bacon. For a person that does texture, I can put crumbled bacon and eggs in the grits. Now, that's when I get weird, and I don't understand that part, because otherwise I don't normally like it. But I do that one. Mix the whole thing up. And now when I reboot it, my phone doesn't have the same brightness. It's just weird. Karen says, I can honestly say I have never seen them. And if you are somebody that has never made grits and you're trying to make grits for the first time, and people, because of the name grits, people think that they're supposed to be gritty. And the way that they tell you to cook them on the box, they do not tell you to cook them long enough. And so your grits are going to be gritty. And you're not going to like them. I'm going to tell you that right now. You have to cook grits way longer than what that box is telling you. I love both grits and oatmeal. I eat the oatmeal with fresh fruit. Yes, a lot of people do that with the fresh fruit. It's pretty cool. I haven't seen anybody put fruit in grits, though. Good night, Vicky. Or was it Kim? Kim, good night. She says, good night all. Take care, stay safe, and God bless. Thank you, Kim, for coming in. Let's see. Karen says, good night, ladies and gentlemen. It is 1:22 a.m. here. Good night, Karen. Thank you so much for popping in to play with us. And it's 10:56 here. So we only got 4 more minutes. Tiffany says, they are good now, Karen. So many ways they can be served, just like how you have oatmeal, many ways like that. Ellen says, they come in blue and white box or red and white box with a man face on the front. Lisa says, I sit and watch the kids at mealtime with their kids and just laugh. Karma can be fun to watch. Yes, she's talking about watching them with the grandkids. Yeah, but my daughter, I haven't had that luxury yet because she doesn't have any children. Because I can't wait for her to be a mom. At one point, she was saying she didn't really want to have children, so I don't know if she's changed her mind, but she was talking about she might like to adopt, so that's why she never intended to have any originally. Darlene says, good night all. I'm falling asleep. Have a good night all. Good night, Darlene. Thank you so much for coming. Mary says, good night all. Stay warm and safe. See, Diane Johnson says, I like oatmeal, cinnamon spice, and I also like grits with bacon, onions, and hatched roasted green chilies. Now, I put onions in almost everything, and I have never put onions in my grits. So I may have to try that, because my husband don't eat that either. Okay? He doesn't eat grits. He doesn't eat oatmeal. So he only eats sugared cereals. That's it. I grew up on cornflakes, so. And I actually like Cheerios. I don't have to put anything on Cheerios. Lisa says, years ago you could get grits in little packets like instant oatmeal. Can you still? And you know, for some reason, I never liked the instant grits. I still buy the original. Just weird. I'm weird like that. I like the original cooking of stuff. Virgie says, T, are you staying up all night sewing, T? Probably not, because I may end up going back and continuing my desk work that I didn't finish while I was in there, because still didn't have enough hours. Time just fly when you're trying to get stuff done. So probably will not. I probably will stop wherever I am, and then as I said, I was working on a video, so I'll continue this probably tomorrow. I don't know if I'll stay up tonight. I say that now, and then if I lay in bed and I'm just staring up at a dark ceiling, I'll get up and start right back work. So it just depends. Sometimes I'm up. The last week I've been in bed, gotten out of bed, and been up to 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning working on stuff, and then go to bed. So it just depends. Teresa says, thank you, T. Good night. Good night, Teresa. Damali says, check out Philly Boy J. Cool King on YouTube. Cooks grits. Enjoy. Yeah, I know how to make them, but if you've never made grits, you might want to, if she's saying that he's a good one, then you all might want to go look at it, because people do not cook the grits like what they say on the box. It says, it's the bacon. Love it in my oatmeal too. Yes. I just love bacon. I can eat a package of bacon in one sitting as a meal. Now, I have never eaten that much bacon. I have seen people eat a whole pound of bacon, but I have never been one to actually do it. That is funny. Grits and hominy rank right up there with oatmeal, so she eats it just about all. Jill says, is grits similar to polenta? I have no idea, because I haven't had it. Darcy says, I'm going to get going, so while I still remember to send T my email. That's right, because if you don't send it, you won't get it. Sheila says, I like grits and brown something, and brown gravy. Okay, so she likes grits and brown gravy. I hadn't heard of that either. I have to ask my mom about that one. She might have had that. Darcy saying night all. Good night, Darcy. And Lisa says, yes, very similar. Oh, so she's telling Jill that it's very similar to polenta. Okay. Then she says, then I would most likely like grits. Then yes. Just as long as they're cooked. Grits should not be hard when you're eating them. They shouldn't be hard or gritty, like real gritty. They are a little bit, but they shouldn't be super gritty. If you cook them for them 5-10 minutes or whatever they tell you on that box, you're going to be in trouble. Cheryl Bean says, good night, all. June Hansen says, well, going to bed, was up at 2:30. Try and sleep. Night, all. Better try and sleep. So good night to you as well. Dolores says, you're not weird. I don't like the instant grits either, but I love the regular ones. See, I have such a picky palate. It's not that I don't eat a lot of things. I'm just picky about what I eat and how I eat it. It's like I eat about 5 things out the can, and that's about it. Certain things I will not eat out the can. Like canned yams. It's like, that is not a yam. I don't know what that is, but that is not a yam. They killed the yam in the making of this can. Ellen says, I like fried eggs with onions, bell pepper, cheese, toast, and chicken. Folded into a square with a little syrup, and yum. Now, see, we done went off on a whole different topic. You see why people think this is a cooking channel? See, Diane says, good night, everyone. Stay safe. Thank you so much for coming. Take care. Same to you. And Lisa says, I think I was 18 to 19 years old and taste buds were still developing. Stephanie also says, good night, ladies. Good night, and thank you so much. And Mary says, damn, you're up longer than me. Good night to y'all. Good night, girl. Well, you're an hour ahead of me, too. Now, come on. So that is it. It is actually 11:02. We're 2 minutes over. So I'm going to go ahead and end here since I've gotten through all the chat comments. Thank you all so much for coming back on my first live Saturday night chat of the year. Remember, I'm still here on Wednesdays, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time for 1 hour where I discuss probably the new blocks that have come in or anything new and exciting or whatever projects I've been working on. So see you all Wednesday. Want everybody to stay safe, stay blessed, and quilt out.